Has this happened to you before?
Yes, we've had a election contest before. It happened, it was one of the Grove municipal elections, and it was basically a contest over some people that had voted in the election, but were reality had not been annexed into the city as of yet. And so the people thought they could vote.
Oh,
But since they weren't part of the city,
they couldn't vote.
or had been annexed, their area hadn't been annexed, then at that point in time, we had to basically disqualify their votes because they weren't qualified to vote. Outside of that, one was skewed. Eileen, maybe will remember early.
You're on. What experience have you had?
Well, we've had one with Judge Haney. Yes, we had that election.
Yeah.
And then, were you involved in the one where it was the commissioner recount and irregularities, Judge Haney?
I don't think so. I think it was perhaps before I became.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was another judge from another county. He came down here. That's right, yeah.
This makes you proud to be American, doesn't it? I mean, as close as this election is, everybody has been gracious and pleasant to one another. It's just, except maybe a couple of Grove councilmen, they were, oh, that's me.
Well, it's really something that needs to be done. Basically, we're in a situation where the jail that we have now is inadequate for the needs of the county. And basically, we're in a position that we can only really keep the most serious offenders in the jail because there's not room.
That's right.
And of course, we're concerned for basically taking care of, being able to take care of the president. But the second part about that is that eventually I think somebody is going to levy a fine and assess a penalty for failure to have a jail big enough. And of course the judges, we're cognizant of that.
Oh, yeah.
And we're doing all we can to try to keep the population down and under the requirements.
Yeah.
But when you get to the point in time where you've got serious offenders, you got to keep them.
That's right. Doug Cox called the state health department, who is evidently that's where the complaint is originating from, and said, don't fine us. We came within 4 votes. Keep working with us. And their answer was, Dr. Cox, you're going against the law. You're overcrowding, and that hasn't changed. Bye. I mean, just back Cox right down.
Well, and I really think that if the commissioners downsized their plans just a little bit and got it more in line, I think, with what the county needs versus trying to look too far in the future and build for too far in the future. I think they would have a better chance of getting people to do it.
I think you're right.
And I don't criticize them for the fact that they're looking for the future. And I just look at it to the extent that Ottawa County is similar in size, and similar in the amount of cases that they handle, that I handle.
Yeah, you do Ottawa County.
Oh, yeah. Ottawa County is my county, too.
That's right.
Their jail is 125 capacity.
Is it sufficient?
Most of the times it is. Occasionally we'll end up with 130 in there, or maybe 135 on some weekend where people have gotten a little silly, like July the 4th, for instance, you know, with their celebrations.
Right.
So, but most of the time we're able to keep it under 125. Now that of course counts the 10 DOC prisoners that they keep there all the time under contract. So I would think that if the commissioners could come with a plan that would say build 175 or 165, somewhere in that area of jail, and I would prefer to have it on site here.
Oh, yes, definitely.
We're having enough trouble getting prisoners from the elevator downstairs to here.
Yeah.
I can't imagine if you got to transport them a mile. We're not going to have more problems.
It's a safety issue, isn't it?
And it's a safety issue.
I can't remember the name of the organization. It's Oklahoma something, Oklahoma, but it's a group of volunteers that have studied the issue of incarceration on a county-wide basis. And they've got a statewide network, and I've been invited to come and videotape some of their discussions. But they've been researching this for the last year, and they say Kansas has 50% of the incarceration rate that Oklahoma has. And they went up there and they've researched that, and they're getting ready to present this data to us. And I'm real anxious to see that, because like ankle bracelets and work gangs and all these types of things are something we haven't been doing, but we could.
Well, I've got to say that we are doing some things. For instance, drug court.
Yes, that's excellent.
And
that's Littlefield, isn't she?
Yeah. She Judge Littlefield down here in Delaware County, and Judge Culver in Ottawa County. Originally, when the idea was broached about a drug court, I wasn't in favor of it because I didn't want my judges to become probation officers.
Yeah.
But both my special judges came to me, and both of them were really interested and wanted to do it. And so I told them, if you really want to do this, okay, we'll give her a try.
Yeah, and it's successful.
And I have been pleasantly surprised with it. We've ended up with somewhere between an 85 to 90% rate where people who graduated who aren't coming back.
That's
that you
incredible.
don't see them back in the court.
I mean, what part of the judicial system can claim that success rate in anything?
And the judges, both of them, are kind of into the program. And it costs to do the program. But the cost of doing the program is significantly less than the cost of incarcerating people. So, in the times of budget crisis, I really hate to see the money cut from that particular area, because it's almost cutting your nose off to spite your face.
It's a difficult problem. Boy, am I glad I don't have your job. Gee.
Is there a chance they might cut it?
Oh, they're talking about a 10% across the board cut.
In everything. Yeah, I knew they were on some things, but I didn't know.
Even our local budgets here, the court budget.
With court budgets.
Yeah, we're going to be cut.
Sorry.
So.
Well, thank you for your interview. Appreciate it. My website's